I now have a beautiful basement with a designer custom kitchen. Don't take a risk with your home. Call 310 Reno and work with Ontario's top-rated, award-winning design and build team. Visit 310reno.ca or dial 310 Reno. No area code required. Help create an inclusive workplace that benefits everyone. Find the tools and of Canada. Sitting in time 9:41. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here is Justin Pierce.
This traffic report is brought to you by Ottawa Tourism. Well, we are getting reports of a new collision. This one's all the way up in Barrie from southbound 400. It's at Dunlop. The right lane's blocked because of this collision. A most of emergency crews on scene and not expected any significant delays. But if you are still traveling through Barrie along the southbound 400, just keep that in mind. Other than that, no other problems are currently happening along the major routes within the GTA. And the collectors of things at the 427, no issues to Pearson Airport. And as drivers travel in and out of the downtown core, the Guardian and the DVP again, they are with at this point. Due to an ongoing police investigation, that's just east of Lansdowne. Do more for less this winter with the Visit Ottawa Pass. Take advantage of discounted admission to museums and make the most of your next visit to Ottawa. And your next report for less than 10 minutes. But first with the forecast, here is Colin.
It is cold tonight, but thankfully those winds aren't too strong. So -8 will feel like -12. And then for tomorrow, it is the cold temperature this morning. By 9 we're up to +3 with a mix of sun and cloud. And then down to a low of -1 on Tuesday night. Then for Wednesday, we're up to 6 degrees. Sun and clouds will start, but rain showers start to move in by the afternoon, even into the evening. And then it is even warmer for Thursday. So don't keep right now, it's -8.
It is -2, feels like -6 with mostly cloudy skies. It is time 9:43. From Tuesday through Friday, service on Line 1 Town University between St. Clair West and Kane Station will end nightly at 11 p.m. Adrian Brody with the TV
At 11 p.m. time. Regular service will resume every morning at 6 a.m. If you're in West Pass, just let any staff member know for assistance, and of course shuttle buses will run.
At St. Clair West Station, shuttle buses will service west side of the station on St. Clair City West and will not enter the station due to construction. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have a stop on your top headlines and force. City View time 9:44.
It's your time to dream with the all-new Princess Parker Home Lottery, featuring the $7.3 million grand prize with an incredible chase to the show home built by Green Park. Over 4,000 square feet of space. The show home boasts a cozy kitchen, a stunning Principal Suite, and a home theater. Everything you've ever dreamed about. Awarded with a Jaguar I-Pace, plus $500,000 cash. Your dream is just a ticket away. Buy now at PrincessParkerModel.com. Princess Parker, the home of the Who's calling Jeopardy? TV's biggest night. It's about to get even bigger. Law & Order Thursday now has an all-new lineup. Law & Order at 7. It's now or never. The all-new Law & Order Total.
We're doing everything that we can.
And then, organized crime is that. One mistake and it's all over. 4 shows. 1. Fastest night. That's so concrete evidence right there.
Good evening. I'm Shannon Buchanan, and here are the top stories this hour. Repealing Bill 124, affordability and highway tolls, or lack thereof, are expected to top the agenda tomorrow when RCMP's return to Queens Park for the first time in 10 weeks. And for those of you who are dog owners, the city's Economic Development Committee will be hearing a report tomorrow with recommendations for how to help curb the increase in dog attacks in the city. And coming up next, it's time for sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here is Colin Teskey.
Leave it up to Austin Matthews to get the job done. The Leafs beat the St. Louis Blues 4-2 on Family Day, and this one was signature goal for Austin Matthews.
Marner with it again, back to the goal, tries to center, he does! There's a shot on goal, and Big Pappy Ty got the Leafs in the lead, 2-1.
That was goal number 49 on the year, and Joe Ball with the call on the Maple Leafs radio network. So Matthews continues to lead the league goals. Elsewhere, the Ottawa Senators pick up a 4-2 win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Matthew Joseph led the way with 2 goals for Ottawa, while Nazem Kadri scored twice. The Flames double up the Jets 6-3. The Vancouver Canucks lost 10-7 to the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota was led by Joel Eriksson Ek and Kirill Kaprizov, who each had hat tricks in the win for Minnesota. Minnesota also stormed back from a 2-goal deficit and scored 6 unanswered goals and hung on to beat the league best Vancouver Canucks 10-7. I still can't believe that. Evander Kane had 2 goals, leading the Oilers to a 6-3 win over the Coyotes. The Ducks edged the Sabres 4-3. Bruins over the Stars 4-3 in the shootout. Ben Sherratt was your overtime hero for the Detroit Red Wings, a 4-3 win over the Seattle Kraken. The Golden Knights blanked the Sharks 4-0. The only other game this evening for the NHL saw the Carolina Hurricanes pick up a 5-1 win over the Chicago Blackhawks. Some NBA news: Jacques Vaughn is out as head coach for the Brooklyn Nets as they sit 11th place in the Eastern Conference. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
At Frisco, we have fresh quality groceries at low prices that we call valuelicious. Like fresh seedless oranges for only 86 cents a pound. Hurry, this valuelicious deal ends Wednesday. Frisco, lowering food prices. See Frisco.com for more deals. All this search engine optimization stuff, generating sales leads, blogging, it's so confusing. How did you do it?
I just Googled, and I found this company called TechWise. Then I checked their online reviews.
And?
Oh, they got tons of great reviews, and a huge following on social media.
So?
Well, TechWise got our company to the top of page 1 after only a few months. And they've kept us there ever since.
That's the only review I need.
Taking your business to the top.
All right, it's Monday. Because at Lone Star, Mondays never tasted so good. With all-you-can-eat fajitas for just $29.99. Only at Lone Star. Visit LoneStar.ca for details and to find a restaurant near you. You're listening to City News 680, All News Radio. City News time 9:49. To the Middle East now, where one of Israel's war cabinet generals is taking a tough stand in hopes of reaching a Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal before Ramadan. ABC's Jordana Miller reports. Israeli War Cabinet General Benny Gantz threatening Hamas, giving it a deadline to turn over the 132 Israeli hostages. Gantz warning Hamas it has until the start of Ramadan, that is about 3 weeks, to release the hostages or face a military assault in Rafah. Gantz has pledged to safely evacuate Gazans before a major operation. His threat appears aimed at pressuring Hamas to soften its negotiating position and keep hopes alive of a hostage release deal before the Muslim holy month. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem. And Peel police have issued a warrant for the arrest of a man who is connected to a break-and-enter at a religious institution in Mississauga. On October 4th of last year, a break-in occurred at a temple near Mississauga Road and Alpha Mills Road. The suspect was captured on surveillance footage entering the temple and stealing a donation box containing a large sum of currency. Police have since identified 41-year-old Jagdish Pander as the suspect. Pander has been previously charged in relation to multiple break-and-enters across the GTA. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is being asked to contact the police. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have your traffic and weather together. City News time, 9:50.
Leaky faucet, broken tile, damaged wall. Wouldn't it be great if all your home repairs just disappeared? So, make them disappear.
Renovations.
ATM's handyman experts and turn your to-do list into a to-done list. Plumbing and electrical problems, damaged floors and tile, walls, ceilings, doors, trim and cabinet repairs, anything. ATM gets it done, and done right. Call now and get a free home inspection.
For all your little wins, TSC is there, helping you rise, shine, and feel your absolute best. With exciting offers every day on amazing products from top brands. Elevate your style with Reebok Fashion. Whip up healthy treats with KitchenAid mixers. Track all your steps with Apple Watch. And refresh your skin with L'Occitane. Discover daily savings on brands that make healthier choices simple. Shop exciting offers every day at tsc.ca. City News Time, 9:51. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here is Justin Pierce.
This report is brought to you by Atlas Care. Well, there's an ongoing collision in Barrie on the southbound 400. It's at Dunlop. The right lane's blocked because of this collision. It looks like emergency crews are on the scene. It's not causing much of a delay, but if you are traveling through Barrie along the southbound 400, just keep that in mind as emergency crews are on the scene. Other than that, there's no problem anywhere else within the GTA tonight. The 401 is moving well in both directions, really, in the express and the collector. Same with the 427, and as drivers travel in and out of downtown Toronto along the Gardner and the DVP, the expressways, again, they are all moving up to speed. But on city streets, there's an ongoing problem. Northbound St. Clarence Avenue at College, it is blocked due to an ongoing police investigation. That's just east of Lansdowne. Atlas Care for your home, heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing, and drain services available 24/7. Visit atlascare.ca today. Your next report is in less than 10 minutes, but first with the forecast, here is Garland.
We've got chilly conditions tonight. -8 will feel like -12 when you factor in the wind. But for tomorrow, it is a cold start as you head back to work and school, but we'll get up to a high of +3 in the afternoon with a mix of sun and cloud. That's going to feel quite nice after the type of weekend that we've had. And then for Wednesday, 6 degrees will be the high, sun and cloud there, but also rain showers moving in for the second half of the day. And we do have some rain on Thursday as well, so we'll get up to a high of 7. Tonight's overnight low is -8.
It is -2, feels like -6 with mostly cloudy skies. Coming up next, it is -2 and with mostly cloudy skies. City News Time, 9:53. This extended forecast is brought to you by CapitalDirect.ca. Take a little, pay a little. A Flexi line by Capital Direct allows you to take only what you want when you want it. Call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL to get your Flexi line. 2 in 5 Canadians will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. On June 8th and 9th, thousands of cyclists will ride with one goal: to change this statistic. Join the Ride to Conquer Cancer, Canada's largest and most impactful cycling fundraiser in support of the Princess Margaret. Your ride will propel crucial cancer research forward. Your ride will give cancer patients more tomorrow. Register today at ridetoconquer.ca. Extreme weather hits.
City News 680 Extreme Weather Center.
Everything you need to know.
Associated meteorologists work 24/7 to keep you informed on air and online at citynews.ca.
What you need to know, it's the City News 680 Extreme Weather Center.
Brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealer.
This winter, stay with City News 680. Everywhere.
City News Time, 9:55. If your long weekend involves eating a lot of salt, you may need to make some adjustments to your diet going forward if you're worried about your blood pressure. 680's Irene Preclet has that and more details on a recent study on menopause in Health News. A University of Calgary study of about 800 women suggests severe symptoms of menopause can act as early warning signs for dementia. Researchers asked the postmenopausal women about symptoms they had during menopause. The data suggests the worse the symptoms, and that included everything from hot flashes to mood changes and anxiety, the higher the risk for conditions like dementia. And here's another reason to put down the salt Salt Shaker. A new study finds lowering the amount of salt in your diet by using a salt substitute may significantly lower the risk of developing high blood pressure. On the Health Watch, Irene Preckless, City News. Coming up next, we'll have your business report. City News Time, 9:56.
Nowhere shine, it's always time to drive a Nissan. Pathfinder offers intelligent all-wheel drive with 7 drive and terrain modes, as well as spacious seating for up to 8 passengers, making every trip a memorable adventure. This winter, lease the 2024 Pathfinder from $499 monthly for only 24 months. In stock now. Ask for $499 monthly at 4.99% with $2,445 down. Conditions apply.
So money's the thing, but it's not everything. I think you really look at the importance of what are you doing with your time. The conversations that we've had with our financial advisor, it's very much building what that framework looks like that helps support those important things. The places where you're investing your time and your resources, your family clearly, and those closest to you.
Edward Jones. We do money differently. Visit edwardjones.ca/different. I'm Chris McCusker. The Business Development Bank of Canada has been helping entrepreneurs since 1944, and now it's offering mental health support through a pilot program. Sandra Odendahl is Senior Vice President and Head Sustainability, Diversity, and Partnerships at the BDC.
We recognize that entrepreneurship is incredibly challenging on the best of days, and surveys that we've done for the last 5 years actually have shown consistently that many entrepreneurs struggle with their mental health, and that the cost of seeking mental health support is one of the most important obstacles to them getting the kind of help that they need.
So how does the program work?
We're offering on a limited first-come, first-served basis up to 550 clients with 3 hours of free virtual therapy through a not-for-profit health and benefits company, so it's Greenfield Health. So they're going to be able to easily connect with a therapist that's best suited to their specific needs. And then the program will also enable clients to continue receiving care at a discounted rate once their 3 free hours are used up.
And there is evidence this is needed.
This is the first step. It's a pilot phase. So we're going to evaluate the pilot program when it comes to an end. Regardless of the results of the pilot, we're going to continue to raise awareness about the issue. We're going to be adding articles and resources in the well-being section of bdc.ca. We're going to be releasing our next mental health study in the spring. And of course, depending on the results of the pilot, we're going to be considering what we want to do next to continue to offer this real-time online support to entrepreneurs.
Sandra Odendahl is with the BDC. And at the Business Center, McCusker.
Business is brought to you by Scotia iTrade.
Scotia iTrade is the stuff investors' dreams are made of. It's got everything you need to direct invest in one place. With a mobile app offering quick access to real-time market research, personalized alerts, and more, you'll never snooze and lose on a market movement again. And for a limited time, new clients can get up to $4,000 and $4.99 stock and ETF pricing. For full terms and conditions, visit ScotiaITrade.com. Scotia iTrade, it's every investor's dream.
In today's economy, saving money is like an extreme sport.
Ron Cliffy, roll out of 13.
Unless we're talking Kudo's new phone, internet, and streaming bundle. With the Happy Stack, you can sit back and stack up the savings on Kudo Internet, a free phone plan, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime, all starting at just $99 a month. Stack more, spend less. The Happy Stack, only at... Conditions apply.
City News Time, 10 o'clock.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is City News 680, everywhere.
This is Monday, the 19th of February. Good evening. I'm Asher Ross.
And I'm Chandler Buchanan. Here's what's making news this hour.
MPPs will take their seats at Queen's Park on Tuesday for a new session of the legislature. A flurry of activity expected with Bill 124 to be repealed, lots of new legislation, and a new ruling that could impact future governments.
A series of maulings has sparked a new debate at City Hall over how best to keep track of dangerous dogs.
3 people are in custody, including a youth offender following a home invasion in Oshawa. A 4th suspect is still at large.
And Canada is sending hundreds of drones to Ukraine ahead of the 2-year anniversary of Russia's invasion.
Austin Matthews leads the way for the Maple Leafs on a busy day and night in the NHL for both Family Day and President's Day in the U.S. The Ottawa Senators grab a victory in Tampa Bay. Sports at 15.
And coming up in business, we speak to the CEO of luxury car maker Genesis on the benefits of a direct-to-consumer sales model.
City News Time 10:01.
Time now for City News traffic and weather together on the ones with Toronto's most frequent traffic reports. Here's Justin Pierce.
This traffic report is brought to you by Air Canada Vacations. Well, there is a problem that has cleared all the way up in Barrie on the southbound 400. It was at Dunlop. The right lane was blocked due to a collision. It has since been cleared by MTO, so that right lane is now live. It's not causing any significant delays. But there are reports of a stalled vehicle a little bit closer to the city now on the east 401. It's just east of the 400. It's at the transfer collectors to Express. The left lane's blocked because of this stalled vehicle. Emergency crews there on the scene. It's not causing much of a delay. Other than that, no real problems are happening along the major routes right now. The 401, again, other than that stalled vehicle, it's moving well in both directions in the Express and the collectors. The 427, the same, no problems to Pearson Airport. And as drivers travel in and out of downtown Toronto, the expressways are moving up to speed. We did get a call from a traffic spotter about a problem on city streets. It's all the way in Thornhill. Huntington Park Drive, it's blocked from Hashbury Place to Green Lane. It's all because of an ongoing police investigation. That's in the 407 and Leslie area. A little bit closer to the city now, northbound St. Clarence Avenue at College. That's also shut down due to another police investigation, and that's just east of Lansdowne. Save big with Air Canada Vacations. You get $400 off per couple at the Caribou Deluxe Princess Hotel. Contact your travel agent or visit aircanadavacations.com. Your next report is in less than 10 minutes, but first with the forecast, here is Garland.
For tonight, we have relatively calm conditions. We're dropping down to an overnight low of -8, and then as we head into the day tomorrow, sunny, cloud, and temperatures getting above the freezing mark as we'll get up to a high of +3. Tonight's overnight low is -8.
It's -2 and feels like -6 with mostly cloudy skies. City News Time 10:03.
Well, both the Ford government and the opposition parties will have lots to discuss tomorrow as provincial lawmakers prepare to get back to work following a 10-week break.
680's Patrish Dave has more on what they're expected to focus on.
A flurry of activity at Queen's Park as MPPs return for the new session. Premier Doug Ford saying his government will be focused on repealing Bill 124, the controversial law that capped public sector wages. The PC is also looking at tabling new legislation that could impact future governments if passed, as the party prepares a bill that would mandate a referendum if any government wants to implement carbon pricing policy in the province. The opposition NDP also listing several priorities they want to highlight, including housing affordability and a growing healthcare worker shortage. The budget will also define this spring's legislative term. Now, Ford had promised a surplus, but after a series of recent announcements, including a $3 billion promise for a new Milton train line, that budget surplus could be stalled. The current deficit projection heading into the spring is around $4.5 billion. For Josh Dave, City News.
City News Time 10:04. An increase in attacks by dangerous dogs in Toronto has prompted new recommendations that the city will be considering this week. City's Faiza Amin is speaking with Councillor Paula Fletcher.
It's a concern city staff will be asked about at tomorrow's committee meeting, putting forward recommendations that include a public education campaign aimed at reducing dangerous dog attacks and the creation of a public record listing that has information on the pet and any issued orders.
You can never have them off leash. You must take training in order to know how to deal with your dog. You have a number of things that you have to do. So I'm not sure that those are being followed up in, I'll just say, a really rigorous manner.
How much of an issue is this in Toronto?
Well, I think it's a big issue because my experience and then hearing from people after the attack in East Shore.
Fletcher asked city staff for a review last year after she says a woman in her ward suffered a, quote, life-changing mauling when she was attacked by an off-leash dog that was reportedly under a dangerous dog order.
Now, one recommendation that will be considered tomorrow includes requesting up to $500,000 from next year's city budget to implement a new communication strategy, as well as a public education campaign with the goal of reducing dangerous dog incidents.
You're listening to City News 680, All News Radio, City News Time 10:06. 5 people are recovering in hospital following a crash in Mississauga. It happened at Burnhamthorpe and Havenwood Drive just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's near Dixie. Peel police say 2 vehicles were involved and 3 pedestrians were struck. Both drivers and 3 pedestrians were taken to hospital with minor injuries.
Well, Durham police say they have 2 men and 1 male youth in custody following a home invasion that happened Saturday evening in Oshawa. It was just before 10 o'clock that police responded to a break-and-enter at a home near Southgate Drive and Town Line Road South. Police say multiple suspects forced their way into the home, threatening the owner with a firearm. A physical altercation ensued, and the victim was then struck by a baseball bat. 3 suspects, Mark Nicholas, Bradley